This is a game I made in 16 hours. And this is a game I made in 48 hours. Yeah, they're both not very good, but what I want to know is, can I make a game better than my entire school in 100 hours? Now is a great time to answer that question, because my school's game development club is hosting a game jam, and for the next 6 weeks, I'll be spending hours every night planning, designing, and programming the largest project I've ever attempted. Will that be enough to beat a UPenn digital media design student? I don't know. Without further ado, welcome to GDC Showcase 2025. I've used many game engines across my game development career, but I didn't really like any of them. Roblox was limited to 3D games and required an account to play it. HTML was too time-consuming and difficult to deal with, and Godot, well, I just didn't understand it. So at the start of Showcase, I decided to finally learn how to use a real game engine. Yeah, I'm a person who's never used Unity before, using Unity for the first time, and I'm setting up a thing over here, and right now I'm just trying to get basic attacking to work. My plans involve a whole bunch of level sets, a whole bunch of character types, even more enemy types, a boss fight at the end, modifier cards, plus achievements, plus player data saving, and potentially even multiplayer, so I might be overscoping, but I have 6 weeks to do this. I also might not be overscoping. Historically speaking, I have been really good at scraping crap together last minute, so we'll see. So it's basically the end of the first day now. I have made a little bit of progress with Unity. Hopefully this goes well. While this was just a school contest, I was working against some stacked competition, to say the least. So if I wanted any chance of winning, I needed some differentiating new mechanic. And after wandering around for 3 days trying to think of the perfect idea, I ran out of them, so I asked ChatGPT for some unique attacking mechanics. Among the suggestions I got, one stood out to me. The player is a piece of paper and folds into different forms to attack enemies. When I first started designing this game, I had two main inspirations, Skyforce and Tetrio, and I knew from a very early stage that I wanted to adopt Skyforce's screen scrolling to make my levels. Why? To be entirely honest, I have no idea. But this idea was one of the few that actually worked well with the screen scrolling system, which is why I ended up choosing it. For my forms, I first thought of the things that I had folded before myself, but then I wanted there to be more than 3 forms, so I searched online for some more. My final forms ended up being the shield, fan, airplane, sword, box, shuriken, crane, and fortune teller. Of these forms, there are 4 general categories. The shield and fan are mainly used for defense, as the former has high attack resistance and the latter high knockback and attack rate. The sword and shuriken are mainly used for attacking, the difference being the shuriken has a shorter range but can attack in all directions. The airplane and crane both have a boosted attribute. Airplane can move rapidly across the screen, while crane has a significantly increased regeneration rate. Finally, the box and fortune teller both have special abilities. The box spawns in a decoy every few seconds, useful for distracting turrets in later levels. The fortune teller does not attack at all, but while in this form, the local loot multiplier will increase, making it easier to earn currency and score. I was around 30 hours into this project when Hack Club announced Shipwrecked, a 4-day hackathon taking place in Boston Harbor. To qualify for this hackathon, I had to spend 60 hours building 4 polished projects, with at least one of them going viral. The remaining time I spent on this project alone already meets the time requirement, but I have yet to go viral, so please consider liking, subscribing, or sharing this video to support me. Additionally, you could star my GitHub repository linked in the description, where I need 150 stars to meet the viral requirement, so if you could help me go viral, that would be very great. One of the things about participating in a game jam is that the players and judges often need to play many games, so if the base game is too difficult, they won't enjoy it as much and leave early. However, there are players of all skill levels, so it is important to offer some sort of challenge to more skilled players. Some games, including Skyforce, accomplish this with a difficulty option that can be unlocked, but I decided to adopt Tetrio's approach, which is to add modifiers that increase the difficulty of the game. I quickly brainstormed a few basic mod ideas, copying some Tetrio ones in the process, and then spent a while tweaking them so that they could all be accomplished by simply changing a global variable. Well, most of them anyway. So the state of this right now, I have all of the regular mods working and 2 reverse mods working right now. I hope to get all the reverse mods done by the end of the night. So right now I can show you Fuming Ashes. What this one does is all the enemies are angry, some of them are enraged, and if there's less than 3 enemies on the board, then that square will spawn a bunch more to annoy me. 12:30 main version, so we're in the month of showcase already. Mods were completely screwed up, but I just got what the frick? Okay, I gotta fix that eventually. Reversed mods, also inspired from Tetrio, are a variation of the standard mod, but with the main effect significantly scaled up, with a few additional side effects. For example, the modifier Flickering Lights causes the screen to fade to dark for 2 of every 5 in-game seconds. However, the reversed variant, Blackout, keeps the same fading, but also fully blacks out the entire screen outside of the player's surroundings, reduces the regeneration, makes enemies significantly harder to see, but also slightly reduces the enemies spawned. With mods added into the game, there are now 104 distinct level mod combinations compared to 8 before. This is my 3rd night staying up until 12 working on my showcase game. Is this what juniors do every day? I'm not even close to done. I still have to implement a bunch of stuff. I'm working on boss fight and prologue right now. I still have to do upgrades, unlocking folds and stuff. Achievements, graphics, animations, global leaderboard, and of course level design. In theory, I should be able to finish in 2 weeks, but we'll see. At this point, I had spent well over 60 hours working on the project, and I wasn't even close to done. I began feeling the effects of burnout, or perhaps it was the effects of staying up till midnight for a week straight. The mid-gem slump had set in, and I even quit development for a few days. However, after seeing progress on some of the competing games, I knew that I had to push through no matter how much more time it took me. Wednesday, April 30th, 1:08 AM, I'm signing off at. I got game over to display. I still need to get the boss fight and stage complete done at some point, but that point is not right now. I want to sleep. It is 12:15 on May 7th. I'm starting to do some of the levels now. Level 1 is basically done, except for boss fight. I need to figure out a few quirks there, but otherwise this is going decently well. So I'm actually testing level 3 of my game right now. I finished levels 1, 2, and 4 a while ago, but never level 3. So this is level 3. This is the first level to have a multi-stage boss. I should be very close to finishing now. 5 weeks of sleepless nights has brought me to this. At some point yesterday, my saving system broke and I lost basically all the progress, and I think I just got it back working again. May 20th, 2:03 AM, I have finished level 5. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'll do level 6, 7, and 8 tomorrow, and then I should be done. Even though I'd basically spent the last 6 weeks doing nothing except for this project, I still didn't have time to implement all the mechanics I wanted to do. I had a lot of ideas for this game. Some great ideas, others not so much. I originally planned on implementing a global leaderboard, but after countless issues in testing, I couldn't figure out how to integrate it into my game anyway, so I ended up scrapping the idea. I also thought about adding an endless mode, similar to Skyforce's weekend tournament. In theory, I could have done it, but I never did because I was always busy with the implementation of something else. Perhaps my most overscoped idea during this jam was a potential duo/multiplayer system to allow multiple players to play on the same level. In theory, I could have done it with enough time, but again, I was busy debugging other mechanics. But honestly, I think this was the first jam where I actually got the correct amount of overscoping, which sounds kind of weird because overscoping is bad, but for Counterspell and Melon Jam, I both barely overscoped at all and I ended up with a bunch of extra time that I didn't know what to do. But for Showcase, because I have 6 weeks and there were so many mechanics I ended up wanting to implement, it gave me a lot of time to reconsider some of the other mechanics, such as the global leaderboard, which I decided was a bad idea. There's not really any B-roll video for this section because first of all, they're abandoned mechanics, so I don't have videos of the mechanics working, but also I procrastinated on making this, so I only have 2 hours to edit this final section. So like, move on to the next section or something. Bye! Finally, the end is in sight. Great levels can be the difference between a game that places 5th and a game that places 2nd. So how does one design a great level? Well, to be honest, I don't know. For my first level, I just looked at a generic office floor plan and built my level around it, but I couldn't do this 7 more times, so I needed to come up with a different idea. After a few minutes, I found it. What if, instead of just designing levels with arbitrary styles and formats like I do, I designed each level around an event that meant something special to me. I ended up designing levels 2 through 8 around maker hacks, a robotics hackathon I attended, Los Altos hacks, by far the largest hackathon I've been to, my first math tournament, Counterspell, my first hackathon, Viking hacks, the only one I won, my old middle school, and my high school. Overall, I'm really happy with the way the levels turned out, and if I did more level design in the future, this would definitely be the way I did it. With the level design complete, I spent a while polishing up the game and fixing minor bugs, and then it was time for...
Alright, hello everyone! Welcome to the GDC Game Showcase 2025.
What's up? I'm this guy's competition, but I think I'll just be like stat padding him.
Wild.
Just remember, don't fuck up.
I think you're the only one. There's definitely more than me. There's at least 4 teams as far as I know. What are the 4 teams? There's me, then there's the other Alex, then there's this team, then there's a Roblox team I know. There's probably, oh wait, no, then there's Aiden. So at least 5.
Yeah, you're top 5 already.
That's not good enough. I need to be top 1.
Welcome to GDC. Look at the food we have. Look at the beautiful food.
How are you doing? This is May. What day is it today?
28th.
May 28th. This is Calvin. He submitted a game, Tetris. He's the creator of Tetris, actually. Yeah, he's the creator of Tetris. Okay. Yeah.
I did not submit anything.
This game is written by 2 guys 1 game from Timu. Good job to Aiden, Jan, and Eddie. Sorry. Boom. Work in Progress Labyrinth game by Sigma Productions, Tomoki Tachiuchi, and Alexander Liu. We have Chicken Up the Woods by Bangdad. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a very good game. Finally, Saturn by Alexander Liu. Very good graphics for this game.
Oh, winners right now. Hold on.
Alright, yeah, before we announce prizes, right, we want to say that all of you who submitted had excellent games. Extremely high quality, and we had a lot of fun playing them. If you don't win, don't be discouraged. Alright, keep doing game development. You've improved a lot throughout this year. And you'll continue improving throughout the continuing years. Yeah, drum roll please! In 5th place we have... Okay, Chicken of the Woods! Alright, next up, 4th place. Drum roll please! fourth place we have Saturn by Alexander. Alright, next up we're moving on to top 3. These are like literally the best of the best you submitted this year. Alright, in third place we have
Hey guys! Alright, thank you for all being here and supporting our game. Many months ago, Aiden and I started this game. It's Reese's. And we put a lot of time and effort into this game. I hope that you guys take some time and play our game and enjoy. Thank you so much for this honor.
Alright, before we do the second game, drum roll, please. In second place we have El Primo.
Give us a speech! Give us a speech!
Can you hold my camera?
First place, definitely not leaving. First place, definitely not leaving. Drum roll. We have
It's amazing how a year ago I was failing Melon Jam 5. And now
Nobody fails Melon Jam.
I did.
Wrong statement, wrong statement.
And then just a few months ago, my winter Melon Jam game, it was super buggy, and now I've created this. It's my life's greatest work. I spent more than 100 hours on it. Hi.
Alex, your game was fire, by the way. Your game was fire.
I did it. Oh my gosh, I did it.
Alex Lee, congratulations. What are you gonna spend it on?
4 projects. That closes 6 weeks of my life. It's my camera for
vlog.
Can I be in the vlog?
Sure, just like stand in front of like
What's up? I am this guy's competition, but I think I'll just be like stat padding him.
wild.
Yeah.
What game are you? The game I made?
Oh, the spinner one?
That's the one. That's my life's greatest accomplishment. Which isn't saying a lot because I don't really have any accomplishments.
Your life is about long either, dude. Just remember, don't fuck up.
Like, I think you're the only one.
There's definitely more than me. There's at least 4 teams as far as I know.
What are the 14?
There's me, then there's the other Alex, then there's this team, then there's a Roblox team right there. There's probably, oh wait, no, then there's Aiden. So at least 5.
Yeah, you're top 5 already.
That's not good enough. I need to be top 1.
Is this the vlog?
This is the vlog.
Welcome to GDC. Look at the food we have. Look at the beautiful food.
And here we observe a wild Ethan in his natural habitat.
That's crazy. What even is that?
Mysterious squirrel food. Get this in the video.
Is this Alex Lee's vlog?
Yes, it is.
Hi vlog. How are you doing? This is May. What day is it today?
28.
May 28th. This is Calvin. He submitted a game, Tetris. He's the creator of Tetris, actually. Yeah, he's the creator of Tetris. Okay.
I
Yeah.
did not submit a thing.
Hello, peoples.
How are you feeling for your Java final?
I should be fine.
Good.
Java is not that hard. Especially given that I made this. I did it. Oh my gosh, I did it.
Good job with your game. Wait, what grade are you? You're a freshman.
Yeah, I am.
Hi.
Yo, congrats on 6th place.
Maybe if you were part of the development team, you would have.
Alex Lee. Congratulations.
What are you gonna spend it on?
4 projects. That closes 6 weeks of my life. This is Alex from Magna Labs. I'm signing off.